Alright, on to Mission 2. Mission 2, what are we gonna do? What do we got? We have escaped the atmosphere, we have orbit Kerbin. This is a little outside of the realm of what we can really do right now. So, what we're gonna do is, I think we could probably escape the atmosphere. So we'll grab that. And then we have, what else we got here? Solid stack decoupler at the launch pad. You know what, we can just do this one. We can just do it. Anything at the launch pad is basically free research, so we're gonna do that. Alright, so what do we need? We need to test the TR-18 stack decoupler. Let's move my face out of the way. Alright, so TR stack decoupler, perform the test, activate the target part through the staging process when all test conditions are met. Alright, so that just means we need to grab a TR decoupler. And we just stick that in the bottom. I don't actually want to do anything, so I'm just going to turn that down. And we're just going to go and launch this, but we're not really going to do anything with it. Boom. Up success! Recover. Easiest free research ever. Now we have another one of those that we can do as well. So we're going to grab that one, the flea at the launch site. So we'll accept that. So we need to check the flea. Once again, we're going to do the same sort of thing. We're just going to move all the fuel out of it. And we're going to launch. This is a great way to get a little bit of science really early on at no risk. So, launch. Once again. Up success. Recover. Alright, next. Alright, let's actually go and do something though. We still need to get out of the atmosphere. So we're gonna go. We've already done this science. But since we're gonna go to the upper atmosphere, we're gonna be able to get two new ones. We're going to have from the upper atmosphere and space. So we're going to grab those. We're going to grab some more science because we unlocked a little bit. We're going to grab our thermometer. And let's just throw a few of these on here because we're going to get this a few times. We also have the Pressomat barometer, so we'll do the same thing with that. We'll take this engine off. And we're going to grab, I think we unlocked drogue chutes already? Utility. Yeah, here's our drogue chutes. So we're going to just throw a few of these on just for safety. Because I don't trust this one pod to get us all the way down safely. And also for thermal, we're going to throw a thermal shield because we might actually heat up on the way back in. But we're going to turn the ablator down because we're not going to go very high. This just dissipates some of the heat as you're coming back in. Alright, so structural coupler. We're going to grab this. We're going to grab a fuel tank. We'll go with this tank. We're going to keep this relatively simple again. So then we have our swivel engine. I love the swivel engine. It's a great little engine. So now we have our spacefaring stage. So we're going to tweak around our staging a little bit because we want our actual drogue chutes to deploy first. So we have our engine, we have that. We're going to grab another decoupler. And we're going to add another stage. We're just going to throw this big booster engine on the side. Because we don't need to go anywhere. We just need to get to space. So we're just going to take this. I'm going to call this Sub-orbital 1. Alright, so we're going to take that, we're going to try that, see how that goes. Alright, so we're going to save it, we're going to launch it. So here we're just going to try to hit space. But while we're here, we're going to do a little bit of science on the pad with the new modules we have. We're going to log this. We're going to keep that. We're going to log this, we're going to keep that. Alright, so, keep. Should we do two of them? Let's do two of them. Why not? Log, keep, log, keep. Alright, so that's that. Now we need to actually get our butts going. So we're going to turn on our stability control. Now the problem with this ship, because it's so small and so much thrust in the beginning, I might actually have a problem with it not being very aerodynamic. Because once it gets moving at high speed through the lower atmosphere, it's going to be very hard to keep it straight. Probably should have put some fins on it, but we're just going to wing it. Away we go. Alright, so we're going to start tipping over pretty much immediately. So once we get here, we have a little bit of an angle. We don't want to go straight up, because that means you come straight down. Alright. So here we go. We're going to be staging soon. Here we can grab a little bit more science. Log, keep, log, keep. So this is flying. Now we should be jettisoning a stage here soon. I'm actually going to turn my engine down because I'm going far too fast. We definitely want to keep the engine moving. Otherwise we're going to have problems later on. So we actually already see our apoapsis going high enough. Our apoapsis is the highest part in our orbit. So that's going up, 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 up. Once it passes 70,000, now we're in suborbital space. So we're going to hit space here. And now we're going to check our numbers. Let's grab a module that's not going already. Log upper atmosphere, keep. Log upper atmosphere, keep. Here we want to do our mystery goo in the upper atmosphere. Keep. And we're going to do a crew report here because we haven't done one yet. Alright, so now we're just going to kind of time accelerate up to the top. Do. Oh, broke some new records. Nice. Alright, sound has changed. That pretty much tells us that we're in space now. So we're going to grab some more science. This one we already did. Here, we're going to log this one. Keep. We're going to log this one. Keep. I think we have 2 left for when we actually hit the water. Or not. We'll log the temperature here. Keep that. Did we get them all? I think they're all full now. Oh, we want to do this up here. Observe the mystery goo. Ooh, that's a nice bit of science. Keep. You know what? We're going to do... Oh, no, I don't want to do a crew... I can't get out of this yet, can I? No. Alright. So, we've summed that up. Now we're going to start heading back. So we're going to time excel till we hit the atmosphere again. We're going to set ourselves retrograde. And we're going to time excel. I'm going to use up some of this fuel. Slow us down. Okay. And now I'm going to jettison that engine. So I don't need that speeding me up. I'm going to turn off stability assist because this thing's aerodynamic enough to make it on its own. As we get down a little lower, I'm going to deploy these drogue chutes, which I can probably put those out now. Now, you can't land with just these chutes. They're not powerful enough to actually bring you all the way down to the surface safely, unless you have a lot of them. So we're just going to let them slow us right down, and then when we get down to around 2,000 meters, I'm going to deploy the main chute. There, those deployed. I'm going to deploy the main one to bring us down. Notice those 3 only took us down to 18 meters a second. That's far too fast. Now, if we slow down enough with the main chute, I'll keep this actual ablator shield on. Looks like we didn't even barely touch it. So if I slow down enough, 6 is... That's right on the edge of me actually taking damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jettison this heat shield to get rid of a bit of weight. There we go. Brings me down just a little bit. So that should be slow enough that I don't have to worry about anything breaking when I hit the surface of the water. It's so slow. Yay! Splashdown! Yay. Did I do a crew report? No, I've already got one. Cancel. But I should be able to EVA here. I can take the data, store the data, board again, and then take another crew report in the water. There, keep. Then we'll recover it. So, oh, wow, that's a lot of science. That's actually more than I thought. Alright, next, parts. We were actually pretty close to KSC, so we got most of it back. Although we jettisoned a lot of stuff. So I'm almost at $1,000,000 now. So next. And we'll take a look at our actual science. Now we're going to grab some nice, good science. So, what do we want? We definitely want a little bit more science and pods so that we can actually send out things in space and start setting up a relay network. So we're going to grab this. We definitely want to be able to have our mech jeb. In the beginning, this is only going to give us the ability really to see the Delta V information. And it'll let us do some attitude control, which is great. So we're going to grab that one. Aviation. Early on in the game, we're going to have a lot of stuff that's going to have to do with checking temperatures and whatnot all over Kerbin. And a lot of this requires low flying. So rather than actually fly to these locations with a spaceship and hope to land near these sites, it's better to just fly there. So we'll grab that one. General construction, this gives us some bigger stuff to work with. Struts get to be very, very important very quickly. And advanced rocketry gives us a much more efficient engine for in space. So we're going to grab this, and we're also going to grab the general construction, because this means we can actually head to space pretty soon. So we're going to grab that. So now we have the first 4 tiers of our actual tech tree. So we're actually doing not too bad. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back shortly with a new video.